Hola!
Category is ladies in gray who slay, bitch. Okay.
Yes, I live or sell houses.
Yeah, we're selling houses.
Either one works.
I'm down for that
Either
too.
one works. I have a listing on Lakeshore I'll tell you about. Have a seat.
Let's sit.
How are you, ladies?
Great.
Good.
It's so good to see you both.
You as well.
Likewise, cute weekend. I went to see Lady Gaga in Atlanta. Very fun times.
Yes.
Mother
Love
Monster's
that.
doing great. She says hey to all of you. She told me to tell you all.
I love that.
What'd y'all do?
I was in Atlanta.
Okay. That's right.
I worked at the Eagle, and then after that, I had a good time with my friend Darcy and Dustin. Love you guys. We had so much fun, and oh my God, it was just a really good time. And I ran into somebody. I was doing the show, and then someone came backstage, and I absolutely was just super shocked, but super excited, because guess who it was?
Who?
It was the very lovely and super talented and very gorgeous Jane Doe!
Yes.
Yeah, keep it going.
Welcome, Jane.
Welcome, my love.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus, these are hot. Hi, Chicago. How we feeling?
Well, so happy to see you again.
I know it's been so long.
Okay, so you went to Atlanta to what? Ask Naysha how it goes, to scare her before you got here.
Yes.
What was your plan?
What was your motive?
Yes. Yeah. No. Well, actually, so I was in Atlanta for the weekend. I did like a Friday night gig and then a brunch on Saturday. And then on Saturday night, the girls that I was with, I was like, I want to go to like a classic Atlanta drag show. I want to see like the old school, old sort of crusty girls.
Oh.
I want to see them wiggle around. I want the dressing room to smell like white diamond and cigarette smoke.
Yes.
And Cody powder.
Yeah, Cody powder, Lee press-on nails scattered across the floor. And when I got there, the manager was like, "Oh, come meet the girls." Which I have to say, when you are a Ru girl and you go to a show like that, they'll be like, "Do you want to meet the girls?" The girls don't want to meet you. They really don't. The old school girls, they don't know who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The girls
Yeah.
that have been doing it 30 years. But I go down to the dressing room, and who was in the corner putting her bugle beads on? But Naysha Lopez.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It was really, it was such a surprise to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a key. And
yeah.
and I have to say, great show. If you're ever in Atlanta, go to the Eagle on
Absolutely.
a Saturday night. I think it was called Charlie Brown's Cabaret, but there was some, Shauna Brooks was there.
Yes.
There
It
were
was a
some
lovely time.
real Atlanta icons.
It was a lovely time. But before we get into this show, because it's about to start shortly, go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't done so, it's time to do so. Subscribe, become a VIP member, get the full story when we do our Q&A and all that good stuff. And I do have to say, I know that you don't see Kenya up here. Unfortunately, flights were delayed. She's going to get here a little later, but she will be in the show tonight. So if you did come to see her at the viewing party, make sure you stick around all the way to the end.
We've got Kenya
She
Don't.
threw it right back. That was great. That was great.
I mean, you know, come and stay, you know, for the whole show so that you can see Kenya and Jane Don't, because she'll be here too. And we will be putting our Cody powder on and doing all the wiggling and all the most,
But
right?
we wear Chanel. So.
Yes.
I love that though. I love a drag. I started drag really because I started drag because I wanted to hang out with drag queens. You know what I mean? Like a lot of my friends were doing drag anyway, so
He'll be acting
that's why I'm
in
here.
the Roscoe,
Hold that dog and let's
Fanning
hold that
the
thought.
hard knock ball.
Let's get this thing started. Okay. Well, first
I'm sorry.
thought, as soon as that door opened, what was your thought before anything happened? Are you like,
Oh, I was like, fuck no. Well, okay, here's the thing. And I'll say this, as a longtime fan of the show, as a viewer, you know, it's easy from the outside to be like, the girls are like, no, don't bring people back. And you're like, whatever, who cares? No, baby. Because one more person coming back means I have to be stuck with these bitches, away from my friends and family, in a tiny room where I'm scratching at the walls like it's fucking like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or whatever. So it's like one more person, you know what I mean? Like you get to a point, this was about the point really, where we all were like, love you so much, get the fuck out of here. Because it's not even personal. You're just like, I want to go home.
Yeah.
Like even if you're doing well, you're like, girl, I want to go have sex with my boyfriend. I want to go like eat food not from the weird Brazilian place they kept bringing us. Which did have really good cake. It had great cake.
Just cake.
But no,
Just cake.
Darlene touched on that just a little bit, and some of the girls said they didn't even think Darlene would be there. You're in the top 7, coming off your second win. Does it feel correct?
Yes.
Does it feel correct that I'm there or that Darlene's there?
Both.
Oh.
Here's what I definitely went in feeling like I was gonna do well. So yes, it felt correct, I think, to be there at that point. I think I might have been one of the only people, not the only, I think me and Discord, I think we saw Darlene earlier than anybody else did. The other girls, I remember not to name names, but some of the other girls, I don't think really.
Name them.
I mean, Mikey.
Name 'em.
Mikey ranked her last for the talent show.
Yeah.
Nene and her didn't really get along for a set. Like a lot of the girls didn't really see it.
Because she was quiet early.
She was quiet, and also the style of drag that Darlene does, I think, has not necessarily been showcased a ton on Drag Race, at least in a while. Yeah. You know, like she's giving you full waka waka. Like she is so with love.
It's good fun camp
She
drag.
is so unafraid of. I said it in an episode. There's so much bravery, I think.
Yeah.
Because she went out, and not in a patronizing way, in a sincere way. She would go out on the runway and not give a fuck. Like, she was having fun. She didn't care if we got it. She didn't really care if the judges got it. She just literally was like, I think it's sickening. I look puss. I'm a woman. Y'all can eat my ass. And I got it, because to me, she feels like a lot of the drag that I grew up with and came up with in Seattle, which was very like, everybody else can suck my dick. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I think that was like people didn't get that about her. They just thought she was like, you know what I mean? But she's really like punk rock and cool, and she like doesn't give a fuck. That's my wife. I love that woman.
I love it. I mean, listen, whenever there's a dog character and she's like, I gotta be the dog.
she's like,
I have to be the dog. It's like, you just know. You know what I mean? I love that.
The cheeseburger titties, her shake, which I saw that and I literally was like, how are you not from Seattle in 2017?
Yeah.
Like this is, I feel like we were in the techno club under the freeway again, like together where I started drag. Like, I don't know, I love her. So I had seen it for Darlene. And she's really funny.
Yeah.
She's really funny and like, you know, as you're seeing.
Anytime she's with someone, they go home.
Exactly. And she kills people. Yeah.
And she's cute.
Yeah.
And she's hot.
So cute.
She's hot.
Okay, so we just saw the reading challenge. Were there any reads that you remember that didn't make the cut?
No, I don't. Not that I can remember.
It was really quick.
It was quick. I think that that was solid. I think most people did solid besides Juicy, right?
Sure.
Right. It's solid enough. Solid enough. I will say, here. Yeah, I know. Poor little Juicy. She was. You know, the worst part is that she goes. She gave me her notebook to punch her jokes up. She was like, Jane, can you please help me? These reads suck ass. And I read them, and I go, it was like 10 minutes before we were going to do it. And I read them, and I go, baby, we don't have time. Like, we don't have... I was like, Juice, I can't help you this time. Like, it's going to be a full rewrite. It's not punch-ups. We got to start from scratch. Like, this shit... There was one. I did say, Darlene Mitchell is so white, Athena tried to snort her in the bathroom.
Please welcome back.
Oh my goodness! So you have to tell me
That is crazy.
How was that feeling? Like you're at the top of the world. You're like, I am gonna turn this party, and then the realization you have trash. What are your thoughts?
Okay, well, first of all, I just say, look, we are now a year out, and I have had the time to think about this, reflect on this moment, imagine what this moment would feel like. And I will say, up top, touche Sierra Miss. Like, she did get my ass very fiercely with that fabric. So, Sierra, wherever you are, I hope you rot in hell, bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Sierra and I talked about this. We're good. Well, the worst part is, like, God really had her kiss for me that day, because I was being a cocky little asshole, because I opened it and I was like, I think they didn't show it, but I think I walked over to Darlene and literally went like, third win, here we go. I was like, oh, are you mad? Are you mad? And then I unrolled all my fabric.
They really had it all nice and rolled up, like it was something. Missing the holes in it.
And they, I don't know if they're gonna show it. They might, but there is a point where we unfurled. There was silver fabric, and the hole in the silver fabric was so big that all 7 of us could stand in the middle of the hole. And of course, the girls at this point are like, let's humble Jane so fiercely. So they were like running around the room with it. They were like, get inside! Like,
So you said you've talked to Sierra about it. What was her plan with those remnants?
okay, I don't know how much I can go into it, but
Okay, fair.
She maintains that she had a plan.
Okay.
To hear Sierra tell it, she was so thrilled with the idea that she would get a suitcase full of fabric scraps. To hear her tell it, she had a plan. She was gonna make a sickening, she said, and I quote, a sickening space gown.
Okay, sure, girl.
Sure, girl.
I believe she could have. But whose suitcase would you have wanted now that you've seen what all the girls are working with?
Oh, Dee Dee's suitcase.
Okay.
It's so. They'll probably talk about it, but like because Nene was a little, we were all a little like, I don't know about the Dee Dee and Mandy ones. I think were hard because we didn't get to know them as much, so we didn't know like what they had packed. Although honestly, if I'd seen Dee Dee's package, I probably would have expected this because her package has been sickening.
Yeah.
The stuff she's been posting has been beautiful. So, but she had vintage printed Betsy Johnson brand fabric, like yards of it. And Nene was being such a cunt because Nene had so much fabric that she was just leaving it in piles around the room. And I was like, Nene, fuck you, bitch.
Nasty.
And she would be like, oh, did you almost trip over all my fabric?
Did you ever think for one moment that it was sabotage from the show that they did this and not the girls bringing?
No, the girls did it.
Okay.
It was the show. So when we got there, they like Rue said, we were told to bring the materials to make a dress or whatever.
Yeah.
And they took it as soon as we got there. They sealed them and they took them away. Briar actually only brought that navy fabric and she stole the other blue fabric from the fabric wall and put it in really quick when nobody was looking.
Love that.
But a lot of us kind of suspect. We all kind of knew we weren't keeping our own materials. Like it was pretty, they just done it on Global All Stars, I think. So we kind of knew. So like Sierra was not the only one that I think was trying to get the girls. Athena's fabric was dog shit, and that was also a plot, and she admitted it.
Sounds right.
She already made me a
I cannot.
Who is Crystal?
Who the fuck is Crystal, right?
Who the hell was Crystal?
So you're losing your mind at this point.
Okay, I have to be honest. What? Okay, being there didn't feel that fun. Like that was more fun to be on the outside of. Being there felt like Arkham Asylum. You know what I mean? Being there felt like we were women on the verge. On the outside, you're like, oh my God, they're rolling around. I'm not joking. Especially because you have to remember, this is the day after the Rusical. And the Rusical, you can't see it all on camera. The Rusical is, in my opinion, probably the most like labor-intensive challenge. Like we rehearse the fuck out of that. We run it a gazillion times before we film it. Then we film it multiple. So it's intense. So we came in that day and we were all like, can the challenge be like, who can make a cocktail the fastest? Who can fluff a pillow the best? Who can take the longest nap? And then that happened. So we were like everyone had no sleep. The girls were struggling. It was true. We were like really, really on the brink. It was bad. If you could see I'm wearing my padded bra and just my pads because I literally at that point I was like, I don't give a fuck what I look like on camera. I'm too tired to care.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna rewind a little bit to the beginning of the season, and we're gonna talk about the edits and accuracy. We were talking about this upstairs about how sometimes you look a certain way, and you're coming off in the beginning especially a little grumpy. And then a little upset that you're winning. Right. Tell me about the thought process
what?
there and what was going on that put you in this mood after you were winning.
Well, first of all, you know, winning's hard, Naysha.
It's so difficult.
Winning's hard. I don't know, you know, I don't know if everyone on stage can speak to it, but winning's hard.
I can.
I can't.
I can, not too
Not
much.
Actually,
I
you want to?
can't.
Yeah, you can. You really can. Actually, let me stop. I'm a dude. Anyway, no. Okay. So first of all, regarding the edit, I will say I do the thing about the edit is like it's not that I'm not grumpy. Like I am a grouch. Like I fundamentally like I am a little bit of a curmudgeon. Also, I don't do well on not a lot of sleep, which is all you get there. Yeah, my boyfriend's right there. Yeah, he knows the vibes. So I am a little grumpy. I do think what's like not making it to camera is my sort of like redeeming qualities, which is like,
And what are those?
which is
Please
like,
tell us.
I was helping every single bitch, every single challenge.
Yeah.
I was like every girl, like I was a lot of girls like therapists. They're not show, like you know what I mean. So it's like I'm a grouch and I am like a little like but I'm also like. I'm like the first person to help anybody in any sort of situation just because I don't want people to look stupid. So,
Is it back? Okay, wait, there's a lot to unload really quick. First thing, you guys look like you were having a lot of fun. Was it really that much fun?
okay, this is what I was trying to say about the question about the edit of everything. Is like I am a grouch and I am sometimes in the corner being like, oh, I want to go to bed or whatever, but what they haven't shown is like that was when I think back to my experience of filming the show, that I remember that so much of the time. And I do wish whatever, this is me, it's what it is. I wish more of that would have made it to camera because like that's what I'm saying is like yeah, we all have our things and we all have our irritations and we're all one way. And like Athena is, full of herself in her way or what, like we all have our things, but it's like, that was how we all acted. Like we truly.
Leave the girl. She just went home. Leave the girl alone.
Okay, I don't know.
There we go.
And Juicy doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Discord can't walk. Kenya's not good at a challenge. Like, those things are true to a degree, but like, that is the part that you're not seeing that I think makes us like complete human beings, where it's like, I love these girls so much, and I wish more of that. Like love had sort of made it to camera, because that to me was like what defined the experience. Like we really got along so well,
Yeah.
and like I still talk to like everybody. I still talk to all those girls constantly. Like you know what I mean? So it's like, anyway, we were having a really, really good time that day. That was a good day.
It really, really showed, and I absolutely love that. But I do want to ask everyone up here, how do we feel about the safety pin situation? Do we feel that it's legit, or do we feel that you kind of tried it and you're cheating?
Tried it.
Okay, so you think tried it. Kara,
It's the same thing that
what do
happened
you
with
think?
the Redstones last season.
Like the Stones, yeah, somebody did that shit.
Lexi Hormona Susie thing.
Yeah. What do you think, Kara?
It wasn't in the suitcase, and the judges have to call it out. It's whatever they want to do. They have to address it, though.
Now, see, this is the thing, but the glue gun isn't in the suitcase either, and I'm going to have to use it to put it together.
They've awarded people for doing that.
That could be an argument, right? However, I think because the safety pins are exposed and used as part of the look, fashion-wise, I say it's a no-go for me because of that. If they were all hidden,
different story.
it's a different
You're
story
using them
because you're
as an
not
embellishment
counting
as well.
on the aesthetic or the look of the
Of the
safety
pin.
pin.
Yeah.
Now, you being there, what were your thoughts on it?
Without giving anything away.
I thought she tried it, and here's why. I did. I thought
Right.
she tried it, and here's why. And I wouldn't have really cared, except I think it was Darlene specifically had asked about using boning to kind of dangle things off of her outfit, like those like Abraham Levy like corsets with the little danglies. And she was like, "Can I do that?" And production specifically said, "No, because you're not using the boning as boning. You have whatever they provide, like the sewing supplies and stuff. They were like, you have to use them as they're intended to be used." So that's what really, to me, that if that hadn't happened, I would have kind of been like, I don't know, maybe she just didn't know or whatever. But it was like a conversation that had happened
Just
in the
recently
room
happened. Okay.
where they were very like, no, it has to be used as intended. So it was like, so my thought is like, Well, we all heard them say that. Like, we all had this conversation. So you sort of willingly are kind of bending the rules, and I do think you tried it.
Yeah.
You know, and they were a design feature. It's not like they were, she's like, oh, it's holding the thing together. Not all 800. Not all 800.
Not 800. Yeah. So you do think she should be disqualified. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Yes, and run out of town.
I love that. Now, listen, our food just got here. Don't grab any tissue here. Like a...
No. Not
Do
too
not
much.
grab any tissue. There is some tissue. Just don't grab anything that doesn't belong to you. Athena had sticky fingers and just
She was
grabbed stuff
crying.
that didn't. Won't cry, bitch. Just don't fucking grab shit that don't belong to you.
Your snot nose
Bitch.
rag.
When I tell you that video came in 100 times into my DMs.
Athena's sad. She just got eliminated, and Naysha's mad at the snot rag.
Okay, so we play a little game here. We do chop or tens across the board. So we're going to go through each outfit, and you choose one or the other. There is no middle ground.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Y'all are about to see how nice I am.
Yeah.
You really are.
So let's start. Go ahead and start it off.
Let's start with Darlene. She came out first.
Yes, as an 80s Miley looking inspired
With her
zebra.
zebra.
We'll start with Kara at the end. Kara?
Loved it. It was great. The mullet was fun
Tens?
with it. Yeah, 10s for Darlene.
Tens.
Tens.
And how about the attitude, too?
Yeah.
To me, it was tens.
Okay.
She came out so fierce.
She
I look
served
for
it.
that. Okay, who's next?
Discord. Thumbs up.
Somebody said woof. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
All right, we'll start with Kara. Kara, what do you think?
It wasn't bad, but there was better ones, so chop.
You're going to say chop.
Yeah.
Chop, that red was not in the suitcase. It was yellow.
It was yellow. Okay.
I will. Can I give the BTS?
Absolutely.
She did put on this red catsuit underneath her dress.
Yeah.
And the producers came over and said, you can't wear that because it's not part of the design. So that's why she has red thigh highs and red gloves, because they cut the catsuit off underneath her dress. Because she put like a catsuit on, and everybody was like, I don't think you can do that. Like,
Yeah.
that's not part of the design. And so they had to cut it. They said she could wear them as thigh highs and gloves because it's undergarments and whatever
Right,
else.
right. And shoes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh, they weren't
Look
playing
at
that
that.
time.
Listen.
They're gonna get her for the safety pins right now. I know it's coming.
So is that so? Are you gonna say chop?
I will give her her tens. I think the design is beautiful. I do think she broke the rules, but the design is beautiful.
Yeah, I think you are very nice. I'm
Okay.
gonna go with it's a chop, but I'm gonna give her tens for trying to cheat. I think.
Hold up. The
Listen,
walk.
I think it's great. She's like, I'm gonna try to pull this shit off, but you didn't,
But Naysha, was the walk better?
baby. At this point, I'm like, it's like your signature. Just lean into it or lean
Literally.
back, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not mad at it now. Okay, who's next?
Juicy.
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 I thought that hair looked familiar to me. Do you know where that hair came from?
Juicy was wearing my talent show hair.
See, she is nice.
Yeah.
See?
You are.
Juicy was wearing my talent show hair, and I told Mikey to do après ski as her party because she made that cat suit, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, do a ski party and make a little muff.
Yeah.
Because I just watched season 11, and Miss Cracker, in our room, I watched an
Yeah.
episode. Miss Cracker did a ski look. So I said, do the ski look, and we had to explain what après ski was to her. Because the bitch is from Orlando. She don't know what the fuck is going on.
My favorite is like when she's like trying to convince you about
Selling
the
it,
outfit. and
selling it.
sell
Selling the
She's
outfit.
like, because I'm giving like ski, right? Like, even she wasn't
Ski
convinced.
resort.
I'm gonna give her 10. I thought it was clean. It fit nice. It was pretty.
Yeah, 10s for Juicy, much better than the first design.
Tens for
Perfect.
Juicy for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh, well, I was talking about. I got caught up with the one we were talking about.
With
ski
Mikey,
look.
with Mikey.
Yeah, but
Oh, Mikey's.
but still, Juicy. I think I'm gonna give 10s too.
Okay.
Kenya Pleaser. 10.
In her red disco. 10.
Bitch,
Tens.
Kenya Pleaser gets a salute from
Yes.
me. Like,
She
bitch,
looked
that's
beautiful.
my president.
Yeah, she
She looked
turned it.
beautiful, polished.
Yeah.
It was great. I don't know about the silver shoe. Was the shoe silver?
It looked white.
Didn't
looked-
clock.
It was what?
I didn't clock the shoe. I
Yeah,
didn't
the
see it.
shoe looked silver, but I guess she didn't. Who cares?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Kenya, you weren't here, but they went up for you, Diva. It was great. Good job on the look.
Yeah,
10.
it was lovely. And then who else do we have?
Mikey. We'll talk about Mikey now.
Mikey's was.
The Aspen.
I wanted it bigger.
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was good. You have to remember, it's what they were given to work with.
Sure.
That's really the challenge.
Yeah, and Breyer actually had nothing in there. Jane just said that. So honestly, Mikey 10s. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
I'm gonna do 10s. What do you think?
Except we had Nini.
yeah, she gets sent for me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nini.
Nini Coco. It gave me Iggy Azalea. Well, look at it
All right, well, we hold that thought because we got to go back.
Tie your mark!
Time for the judges' critique.
Okay.
I always love this episode, bitch. It
my
gets
favorite.
real.
Didn't know it was coming.
I know.
Okay, before we move in, we didn't get to give you your 10s or your chop. Clearly, we give you 10s across the board.
What if you were like, we didn't get to give it to you? Chop!
No.
And I have to commend you. What you did was absolutely spectacular. Taking this fabric and putting it together in one and making a garment. Good for you.
Thank you so much. Well, I will say the like vertical stripes. I said this on there, but didn't make it. But I had to make those stripes because I didn't have enough fabric to cut a dress out of. So I had to cut everything into strips, sew it together, and then make the dress. So
You
I
made your
was-
own textile. That
Yes.
is so
So
fierce.
thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
What I also love, which people don't get to see or they don't get to witness, but you talk to the girls and you kind of find out what happens is your role in other people's looks and helping them style, helping them choose certain things and kind of edit certain things. That really is great of you. And I hate when they don't show stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's a TV show, and they need us to play whatever role they need us to play, and that's fine, But Nene's cat. I think I told Nene to make a cat suit for under her. It was just gonna be a 2-piece, and I was like, you should use the orange fabric. I wanted her to make a big hat, but we didn't have time. And then, I just kind of the girls would come up to me like as we were sewing, like constantly, and be like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about this?" So
You have the best taste, clearly. Is
I
what
don't know.
they're
I mean,
saying,
I don't know
yeah.
if that's true, but like, I think I just speak authoritatively in a loud voice. And I will say, I think also I had a relationship with the girls that I think was very useful there, which you kind of have to find when you get there, because you have to find the person that will tell you the truth. Because the only feedback you get is from the judges. And so in the room, if you're like, is this funny? Does this work? Do I look fucking crazy? You need to go to find who the person is. And they would always come to me and be like, Jane, I know you'll tell me if I look like shit. How does this look? And I would tell them, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Okay.
and I would be like, change this, change this, change this. So
Before, to piggyback off that, who was that person for you?
Darlene.
Okay.
Darlene and I a lot, and Mikey and I a lot. Mikey for comedy stuff always. Mikey and I would punch each other's material up a lot. And then Darlene was my we were each other's kind of support animal, I feel like. I love that. Yeah.
No, you were touching on the judges' critiques, and we saw Carson praise Discord for using the safety pins that were found in Mandy Mango's suitcase.
Right.
I said call the police.
I have questions. Yeah, because y'all know those weren't in there, and he said it on the main stage. How did you feel in that moment when hearing that, Jane?
I was just kind of like, all right, bitch. I just spent a day cobbling together fabric out of thin fucking air, and I don't know. I stand by. I think Discord looks great. I do think the design is beautiful. It was just a moment of kind of like, I don't know. The actual sewing was 10 minutes. She just kind of made a dress, cut it up. And then she just, if it wasn't covered in the safety pins, it was sort of like, what did you do with all the time? For me. So I was like, but what? I mean, the nature of the thing is there's a lot of stuff the judges don't see, and sometimes the girls will credit another. Sometimes the girls will say, thank you to this person who helped me, or I did this or whatever, and then sometimes they don't, and you can't be mad. If the judges didn't see it, they didn't see it. So I was like, well, she wins, but
Okay.
I did think. You'll see what you'll see what.
Oh, yeah,
people,
y'all
how
about to
people,
eat her
y'all will
up
see about
in
how people
Untucked.
feel.
All right, I
Chat,
really
they
want
about
to see
to eat
that.
her
All right,
up.
it's coming back on. Let's see how this turns out. Okay.
Girl.
So you don't get to see, hear these. So how do you feel about listening to these critiques?
Oh, I'm clipping Iman saying Jane don't, Jane did.
Yes.
That's going on my resume.
I love.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was I feel like I kind of knew where everybody had landed. It was one of those runways where we were all kind of nobody did bad. You know what I mean? There wasn't nobody bombed, so it was a little stressful, but I feel like that was a fair assessment of everybody. We didn't give Nene her 10s But I will give Nene her 10s right
10s,
now.
yes.
I loved Nene's outfit, so I'm glad they
Yes.
gave her things.
Nene, I did love Nene's. The only thing with Nene's is wait, Nene is
She had the print.
She's the
Iggy
flowy
Azalea.
crib at the
blue.
orange.
Oh no, no, we did. Yeah, we gave that because I was thinking of the Mikey's. And the thing with Mikey's is it's the black stage
Yes.
sometimes. The black
her
stage,
fault, yeah.
when you do dark, it just eats it up. And I feel like it wasn't appreciated as much as it could have been.
Well, they were living for it, like more
Yeah.
than what we could see. So
Right.
that's what makes it.
Yeah, totally.
Having seen the look in person, that's one of the ones where I'm like, ooh, the stage lighting
was-
just kind of. But
Totally.
it was the fabric she got. You know, she can't
Yeah.
she can't demand.
She
they
can't
give her,
cheat like Discord.
Well, no. Speaking of Discord, we've heard everyone say who they thought, and Discord was the only one that said Darlene. Everyone said Discord should go because of the safety pins. Now they will obviously be in the bottom. It feels like who would join them?
Well, I will say in the room, my pick going into Untucked was I thought it was gonna be Juicy and Discord probably.
Okay.
They really went in on Juicy's shoes. They didn't show it, but they like really were like,
Right.
those shoes are fucking ugly. We hate them. Like they were doing a lot on the shoes. So I was like, well.
Yeah, no one else really got like a harsh critique, did they?
And nobody else really got almost any bad critique. So
So do you feel that at this point, I would say so, they're going to have to look at track record because I feel like
Yeah.
no one here had a really bad night. You know what I mean? I think everyone looked great, nitpicked like little things. But I will say, and do you think you had this advantage that Ru saw how fucked up your fabric was and was like, damn. You know what I mean?
Because she said it twice to them.
well, I mean, I made so they tell you when Rue does the walkthrough, they're like, bring your fabric or your sketch or whatever over. And I made a very pointed effort to be like, let me grab the fucking rags that I have so I can be like, look here, lady. If I have shit on tomorrow, you better not send me home. Like, I was like, how dare you? Yes, I think that she did give me my things for that, which I appreciated. But yeah, I mean, it was a very splitting hairs runway. There was nobody that did nobody did garbage.
Now, I know you said Discord, but if it wasn't Discord, and I know you also said you thought it would have been Juicy, but would you say Juicy would have been your second choice?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
they haven't shown it very much, but Juicy and I were attached to the hip the whole time.
Okay.
That's my baby. But even I was kind of like, we are on Design Challenge 3. And you kind of have never, you know what I mean? We're struggling in the same thing. I was proud of her. I mean, she sewed that whole thing herself, and she did do a really good job, but I think she was the only other one that got any negative critique. So if it wasn't Discord, I was like, it probably would have been Juicy.
All right, let's see how this turns out. All right, before we get into Untucked, quick shout out to the winner of Queen of Universe, host of Drag Race Brazil, Drag Queen, and the
Drag
audience. Hi,
Queen.
baby, how are you?
Hey, drag queen.
Thank you for coming to visit us. Okay, now you got to tell us about the energy.
Wait, before we do that,
yes.
can we welcome?
Oh, of course. Can you
Pleaser?
please?
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all look at my hat, bitch. Oh my God. Oh, you look so sickening.
In her best Briar blush drag. Let's go, bitch.
AirPods in, bitch! AirPods in!
Look, say hey to my mama. This is my mama, y'all. I love you. Bye. Y'all, I just got off the airplane. Hold on.
Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat.
Oh my God, I missed
Naysha,
you.
I almost had to get y'all. I almost fell coming into this building, girl. Oh, my Lord.
Okay, we just watched your lip sync. How was that lip sync, bitches?
Yeah!
Okay, can I say? I think we both should have won that one.
Yeah.
Girl, it should have been a double win, right?
It should have been a double win.
Yeah,
I
it should
watched
have been a double.
Yeah, I watched it on Spectrum TV in the car. So, Jane, you knew I was not going to miss it. How are y'all doing? Oh, my God.
We're so glad.
Oh, my goodness. Girl, I'm pickled. Look at me, sitting like a lady still.
I know you're so dainty.
Girl, that's what you call real kind, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and look, I'm wearing my merch. I'm wearing.
Yes, get into the don't hat, baby.
Don't. Jane, I love wearing this at the airport because people don't fuck with me.
Right.
They're like, this big black man, don't fuck with her.
Right.
The other day I did get called ma'am going through TSA, and I was like, oh.
That's right.
She felt it. She felt it.
I love that.
Yes.
Listen, we just watched some of your critiques, and Michelle just looked at you and was talking about your track record with Design Challenge. And now, what was going through your mind? Tell me. You got to tell me what's going through your mind.
Girl, during this challenge, I was like, Kenya, you have something to prove. You know, I was like, girl, I was doing quite terribly bad. I mean, I feel like my run on Drag Race has been kind of polarizing in a way.
In a way.
You know, like all the time in the bottom. So and I'm good at bottoming, girl, no shade. So in the sense that, you know, I can't, you know, get fucked. Anyway, so, girl, then my grinder went off, sorry. Girl, then, what did Naysha say?
Holy
how did I
ADD.
feel about the critiques? First of all, Michelle, I had to go like, I got no help, bitch. And honestly, okay, I'm trying to center myself. My adrenaline is so, like, high. Because I was like, oh, my goodness, that happened in like 10 seconds. It was like, shh. But honestly, it felt so good, being in the top with Jane, of course. And I was like, this is how Jane feels every week? Oh my God. Maybe I should start like doing good.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's so good. But honestly, I stuck to my, yeah, it's fine. I stuck to myself. Girl, it was my entrance look. And I was like, girl, make it, like remix it and do something that you know. Because sometimes when you go on Drag Race and try to do different things, you get fucked up. And I was like, girl, you know what? I'm gonna make something that I know how to make, bitch. I can make a sickening pant that hits the floor perfectly. I can make a sleeve. I took all these things, these raw drag queen skills that I think I didn't get to show so far on the show. You know, I have...
Well, hold that thought, my
Yeah.
love, because we got to go back to Untucked, and then we're going to talk about that a little more. Okay, so we have a lot to unload right now because we're gonna get you upstairs so you can get ready and do all that stuff. So right now, did you get to see some of this episode while you were?
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces of it.
Trekking through the Chicago O'Hare Airport.
Okay, so let's get back to the suitcase really. Let's get into the suitcase. How did you feel when you opened up this suitcase and you saw the things that you had in there?
Oh, honey, first of all, no shade. I knew Vita was a particular type of woman, honey, and I knew she had something to make a gown. Every black bitch knows that to make a gown is 5 yards, and I was like, I knew it was gonna be about 10 yards of fabric in that suitcase. So I was like, girl, let me snatch it up, honey. And when I opened it, what a pleasant surprise. It was sequin. That was very Carson Kressley of me. Anyway, I love the color of it. I love the sequin. And it just so happened to be the same exact fabrics I made my entrance look out of. And that's when I got a stroke of genius to do what I did. And it just turned out very perfect, you know, very, very perfect.
So tell me, what were you most excited about coming to Drag Race, and what were you dreading the most coming into Drag Race?
I was excited to get the fuck out of South Carolina. Okay. Y'all, I live in Sumter, South Carolina. Bitch, look that up. I used to work on an Air Force base at a college. I know, right? She said, what? I was like, yeah, I had like a fairly good job. And I was ready just to get out of South Carolina. And of course, doing drag. I did drag as fun, as a hobby. Not as a career, I wasn't full-time or anything. And I just wanted to push myself in that way. I was excited just getting there, honestly. And I was dreading, I knew, because I had a lot going on before coming into Drag Race, a lot of personal things in my life that I was struggling with, and I was dreading having to be like on every day. But thank God, because I know.
I'm sorry, you were dreading having to be on.
But you know, Jay, some people think that my personality is like fake and like
No, but I love you being like, I was dreading having to be on. Hello world, it's me. Can you please
only on RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm like, okay, sure, girl.
No, yeah, because yeah. But of course, girls like Jane, honey, me and Jane got very close during the season. I felt she centered me in a way. And of course, she's sickening. So I was like, girl, why not?
Yeah,
Let's just have fun, you know?
Kenya, was Jane someone you were closest to on the set?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's funny. She said Darlene she was closest to.
Oh, no,
Well,
she was
And
close
she
to
also
Darlene.
said she was attached to the hip to Juicy.
She was.
Now, really quick, before you put this volume up really quick. Lower the volume really fast, please, Mikey. Let's give it up for Kenya. We're gonna let her go upstairs. We're gonna let her get in drag. And please stick around, 10:30. We have Kenya on stage. We're gonna enjoy her, and we're gonna have a good time. So give it up for Kenya one more time. All right, Mikey, thank you so much. You can throw that volume up now. Wow.
Oh,
Jane,
my.
would you like to respond to that?
I mean, she's not. I guess she's not wrong. She's not wrong. There were girls that have been at the bottom. Here's the thing. I think Discord was in her feelings, and that's fine. And it's a stressful situation, and all of those things. That being said, as like when you're on Drag Race, like your job is to do good at the challenges and like be good as a drag queen in the competition. But your job is also to like be a good TV character and like wake it up a little bit, I think. So I'm a little, I kind of wish she would have just said that to us so that no shade, the episode would have been more interesting. It's like cute to see us like running around, but I'm like, Discord, say it. Why not? We're drag queens. We're having fun. I mean, it's all water under the bridge now. Discord, like I was talking to Discord today. Everybody's good. But I wish she just would have said that.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Just like say it. Why not? Make it fun. Let's have fun.
I also wish, and let me know if y'all agree, that she wouldn't have gone the route of, well, you said me, so I'm gonna say you, because that way it just doesn't come off honest. And she should have said who she really thought. Do you agree?
Well, let's call her an ass.
Can we?
I think if she wanted to say anyone besides Darlene, it would have been Kenya, but Kenya was in the top.
Yeah.
So she couldn't have.
I agree. I think that was probably the case. Or maybe she would have wanted to say Juicy, but she's like, Juicy had 2 wins or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I will also say, we didn't really talk about this, but they kind of showed at the beginning of the episode. To Discord's credit, she's not crazy. There was a vibe after the Rusical, and she and I actually talked about it in the bathroom when we weren't supposed to be talking because we're not supposed to interact. But she was like, she's like, I know you'll tell me the truth, Jane. Are people mad at me that Athena went home over me? And I was like, I don't think people are mad at you. Like, we all understand you didn't make the call.
Right. Yes.
But there was a little bit of like, no shade. The Athena Juicy lip sync felt a little
Produced.
suspicious, let's say, so I don't get a call. Suspicious to me
It's your opinion.
and too many. And I do think I unfortunately, I think we were trying to like make sure Discord knew it wasn't about her, but there was like, we were a little like, we came back after that lip sync and we're like, kind of like, girl.
Okay.
Okay, whatever y'all say.
I have a question. What do you
Hold that question, because we're going to go right back to this. And 7 queens remain. Let's make some noise for our top 2 queens.
Jane and Kenya.
Yes. Now, before we break off, I'm truly convinced that they had no idea who to put in the bottom and who to send home.
That was going to be my question. Why do we think they did a lip sync for the win and didn't do a bottom 2 and a double Shantae?
Who would you put?
Yeah, I think it was a situation where, you know, I mean, and the practical reality of like they sell a certain number of episodes to the network. So it's like they have the padding to like do a double save or whatever. But I think rather than do a double save, it was like a situation where truly like
The two tops needed to be rewarded.
if anybody had gone home this episode, I think it would have been kind of fucked up because nobody
Yeah.
did a bad job. You know what I mean? Like it
Well,
was
except for the safety pins.
Yeah.
But even then, I stand by. I don't think the look was bad. I think the look was beautiful.
Yeah.
She just, you know what I mean?
Now, and last question before we say goodbye to the front bar. Did ever in your mind on set when they did the double win, did you think, well, fuck, there's a double win. Is it possible there's going to be a double elimination later on?
My mind immediately.
That's what I thought, too.
I think I was more of the mind that I went, fuck, there's no double save. So there's not going to be, I was like, okay, so there's not going to be an episode where 2 really, really, really great girls fall on the bottom.
Yeah.
And they have the budget to save. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for me, I went into like, okay, so from here on out,
No saves.
bitch, if
There's
you're in the
nobody.
bottom, it's
over.
like the 5-alarm fire.
The
You know what I
lifeline
mean?
is gone. The lifeline was gone. Okay, got it. Yeah, that I would see how that would happen too. All right. So right now we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to the front bar. Front bar, if you want to join us back here, we're gonna do a Q&A with some VIP questions and questions from our audience. So come on back here and join us if you'd like to do that. And of course, VIP members, if you have not joined and become a VIP member, go ahead and do so now because we are going to get into some juicy stuff here in VIP. But right now, please make some noise. Well, she's upstairs getting ready. If you don't know, she's upstairs getting ready. She did make it here. She will be in the 10:30 show. Make some noise for
She'll
Kenya.
hear you.
Yeah, make some noise for Kenya, please.
We love you, Kenya.
And also make some noise for the very gorgeous, super talented, so happy to have you here, Miss Jane Doe. Please keep that energy going for the super talented and gorgeous Miss Caramel DeVille.
Thank you. Thanks, Jane. Thanks, Kenya. Y'all keep that going for Chicago's auntie. It is Batty Davis. Don't forget the tea, baby.
And make some noise for Naysha Lopez.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see you at 10:30. And next week we'll see you with
Mikey Meeks.
that's gonna be a good time.
Hey.
All right, ciao.
Bye.